The hidden addiction that we all share, and boy, is it costing us. Stay tuned. Well, I'm going to tell you right up front. I said it was a hidden addiction, an addiction that no one sees, and what it is convenience. Now, wait, before you click off thinking, well, that's not an addiction. Is this a clickbait video? No, I would never do a clickbait video. I'm talking about convenience and how much it has robbed us, how much it has taken from us. And I believe it is shortening our lives. So I'm going to tell you exactly how, and then you let me know if you think it's an addiction that we didn't choose, but we all fell into, and now we can't part with. We used to move with our lives, not just move through them. But because of convenience, we have gotten very sedentary. Now, I'm going to give you a couple good examples. Say the telephone. Years ago, the telephone was attached to a wall with a cord, and if it rang or if you wanted to make a phone call, you had to get up, walk into the room that had the phone, which was usually the kitchen, to answer it or make a call. And what about, say, the TV or a stereo? If you were watching a TV program and you wanted to change to another one, you had to get up off your rear, go over to the TV, change the channel, adjust the volume, whatever you wanted, and then go sit back down. What do we do now? We don't do any of that stuff. Everything is remote control. You can turn the TV on, off, change channels, do everything with the click of a button. Do you know how much that is robbing you of just movement in your life? Another example, gardening. Years ago, you were outside, you were on your hands and knees, you were pulling weeds and got your hands dirty and spent the day out in the fresh air working in your gardens. Now you just spray something on it and go back into an air conditioned house. How about if your doorbell rings? Most people don't have to get up to go answer the door or see who's there because on your phone you have a Ring doorbell camera where you can talk to the person that's at the door, you can see who's at the door, so you never have to get up. We used to sweep our patios and decks and porches. What do they do now? They blow it. They have a blower. You can actually sit in a chair and just do this and blow your whole patio. We used to take the time to write a letter, maybe to tell someone how we feel about them. Now it's a quick text, and what do you get back? An emoji, a heart. The person doesn't even say anything back to you. We can do everything from our phones. We can check our bank accounts. We can pay our bills. We don't have to walk to the mailbox to take a check to pay a bill anymore. Not happening, is it? There are so many things that we no longer do because we have all these conveniences. How about running the sweeper? Well, some people have those robot things that run the sweeper for them. They don't even have to get up and sweep their own house. All these things that I just mentioned, plus so many more, kept us moving and kept us healthy. Now we sit more, we ache more, and we're more tired. What does that tell you? We think that we're more connected than ever, but the truth is, we're more alone than ever. Years ago, we sat on the porch, we got the fresh air, We weren't in the house. We would wave to neighbors walking by. Now, nobody comes out. Nobody wants to leave the convenience and the comfort of their air conditioned homes. I could go on and on about things that we used to do and we don't anymore. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you are thinking of things that we used to do that kept us moving, and now they're gone. Now, I'm definitely not saying we should go backwards. This addiction, as I call it, of convenience, I don't think it's a diagnosed addiction. And maybe addiction is a strong word, but I couldn't think of any other word to use because we have automatically fallen into this over the years as things have changed. It is robbing us and costing us so very much that we don't even think about. Now, I know that no one is going to give up all their conveniences. And I'm not suggesting that we go backwards, but I'm saying find some balance and don't give up everything. Don't let this wanting the easy way, the convenient way, the comfortable way rob you of your health and your movement. Those of you that know me know I love the broom. I love to sweep with the broom. I have all my life, and I still do. Dave bought me an electric blower, a lightweight one, and there was no cord involved that I could use when I'm out on the patio, which I'm out there every day. I would not use it. I told him to take it back. I want to sweep with the broom because I enjoy it. Now, would it be easier to just sit on the chair and blow the patio? Well, yeah, I guess it's easier in one way, but it's going to cost me if I start doing it that way. Most of you also know that I don't use the dishwasher. I love to wash dishes by hand. I just always have. I have a dishwasher. I've had a dishwasher in, every home I've had for at least the last maybe 30 years. I never use it. I enjoy doing the dishes because I'm moving, I'm doing something. I put music on. I dance to the music while I'm at the sink washing and drying my dishes. I mean, geez, people don't even want to bend over to tie their shoes anymore. People like these slip ons or the no tie laces. When you think about every little thing, it has changed who we are or how we do things, and it is a trap for sure. But we can turn it around. We can go back to some of the ways that we used to do things and just keep some of the conveniences. There is so much information out there and videos that are telling us how to be healthy. They're telling us we need to sleep 8 hours a night and what vitamins or supplements to take to keep you healthy, what foods to eat, and that we should drink water or join a gym. Well, I'm sure all those things are good for our health. I'm not doubting that. But they're missing one key thing, and that is the constant movement through our lives. You don't realize how much you give up that movement when you fall into all these conveniences. You don't get up and down anymore. You don't bend down anymore. You don't do things that you could do and you're used to doing. You used to have to do them. But now, since everything's so convenient and right in our hands in our phone, nobody has to do anything. And the last thing I want to talk about is, boy, this is not a good one, and that is AI. We don't think anymore. Why should we? If you have any question in the world, If you need to have a professional resume done up or do a college paper to submit, you don't have to think and research and make sure your grammar is correct and all that. You just ask AI, write me a professional resume. You tell AI to do this complicated math calculation because why should you have to think about it? Let AI just give you the answer. Can you see the danger in this, especially for us seniors? Now, I'm not knocking AI. I don't know much about it at all. And maybe it serves some good. I don't know. But people have become dependent on it and the phones and all the modern conveniences and everything else because it's more comfortable. It's easy. Taking the easy way is never the answer. So I don't think any of us can deny that we have this so called addiction that I like to call it. We may not have all of it, but we have some of it. Is it okay to have some of it? Of course. If you feel safer seeing who's at the door by checking it on your phone, that makes sense because in today's world, you got to be safe. But some of the other things here, maybe you could give up. Maybe you could do without. And maybe you could move more, which would help you. It's exercise. It's good for your heart and good for your health. So I guess the next time a new convenience comes out, before you think, wow, this is great, and jump right into it, give it some deep thought as to the trade off. What is that going to cost you? And it's going to cost you a lot more than it will give you, in my opinion. Well, I truly enjoyed doing this video. I could have made it hours long because I thought back to all the things we used to do that aren't done anymore. Even kids, we used to go out and play all day long. We were active, we were moving, we were connecting with other friends. Now, the poor kids, they're just in their house scrolling on their phone. They're just talking to people through text and online, not making any real connections. And I just think it's really sad. And it quite frankly breaks my heart. So if you would like to share some of the conveniences that when you think back, you gave up something valuable for that convenience, something that helped you in some way, like bending down and up and down and up and reaching. Now we have grabbers. We don't have to reach. We can just hold the grabber and push the button. We don't do this anymore to get something off this shelf. So please share it in the comments section because I know there's so much more. And maybe if we all become aware of these things, we can kind of turn things around and start doing things on our own that will contribute to our lives and not keep taking away from them. Well, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip comes from Jeremiah 6:16. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. This verse is a very powerful call from God to his people to stop, to reflect, and return to their ancient ways, their righteous ways, such as truth and obedience and trust in God. Well, I want to use this verse to tie in with my video about returning to ancient ways. We have abandoned the old paths of effort, of simplicity, of wisdom for easy, quick, speed, convenience. And I believe personally that our souls are very restless because of it. We used to move more, think more, do things with our hands. Now we just use them to click buttons to do everything for us. Everything that is old is not necessarily outdated. And maybe the path forward for us is going back. Think about that. Use your body, use your mind, use your hands, jump into your life, and don't let all these conveniences control you and take part of your life away from you. It's not healthy. It's not good for you mentally. And it certainly isn't good for you spiritually. Be thankful for the body that God gave you. Be thankful that it still bends in some way. But you're going to lose that if you keep letting all the conveniences keep you sitting still. Be thankful for the brain God gave you and the mind you have, that you can think through problems. You can work things out. Don't just rely on a machine to do your thinking for you. We have to take responsibility for our own lives, and we have to show God how much we appreciate whatever abilities we have left. We appreciate those abilities, and we're going to use them. Rely on God, not the machines and the conveniences and the easy way out. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.